kind of impunity that goes on in terms of human rights violations is really, really heartbreaking.
To empathize with people is crucial and very important for human rights work, because if you can't empathize, then you just kind of become robotic.
It sounds really cliche, but I mean, my goal is to help at least one person, and I think this project, more than any I've worked on before, it feels like that's the goal because it's so person-based.
The impact of DVC's work has been, to be quite frank, far greater than I ever imagined it could or would be, on several levels. I think number one is the kind of impact within Amnesty itself. The work, the way that we've actually seen the work done by the DVC incorporated into Amnesty's output in a whole variety of ways, be that at high-level meetings, confidential, secret, high-level meetings, be that in submissions to the Human Rights Council of the United Nations, and also in actual research reports that Amnesty have put out that have been then taken up by the media and have actually led to the changing of narratives within government.
My involvement with DVC has led to what I'll call personal discipline in terms of my online engagement and engagement with social media, and particularly because, I mean, prior to being involved with DVC program, I'll go online if there's news I'm interested in, it's something I find, it's alarming, oh my god, this shouldn't be, I'll share it. But now, post DVC experience, I know to verify the source to make sure it is indeed authentic.
I'm one who would advocate for not just double checking, but also triple checking everything that you find on social media. Do not just believe what you see. And the tools to get that done lie within technology. So both human rights organizations, activists, and all other stakeholders need to be aware of the potential that technology offers so that we can further promote and advance this agenda for accountability within the human rights space.
Technology has given people a tool now to take things and matters into their own hands, and I think it's incredible, and that's why I love this field and I love this project, because it's really given power to the people.
Social media is more salient now than ever. I think a lot of the countries we're looking at, social media is some of the only information coming out because either media doesn't have the resources or media is controlled by the state or by some other group that makes it biased. And so I think it's an important step in human rights, and especially in something like legal accountability, where we're recognizing the truth that can come out of social media if we treat it properly.
Being really able to help Amnesty verify the accuracy of videos that they've used in reports or through advocacy efforts with different governments has been something really meaningful for our team. And even on the more longer term projects, we're aware that we're creating kind of a memory or a database and capturing stories that wouldn't necessarily be captured without our help.
If someone posts a thing about human rights violation, the idea is not to just share because you feel, okay, this is something that people need to know about. Clearly people need to know about it, but can you simply do a basic Google search to say, has this actually appeared? Because if it is something that is actually happening, you would find some news article about it, unless it's very recent, something that just happened 2 minutes ago and this is like breaking news. But otherwise, there's always some sort of corroboration that you can find to sort of satisfy your own curiosity about the authenticity of this kind of information before sharing it.
I definitely think that the work that we do is relevant and meaningful. I think that it can hold people accountable for their actions. It provides documentation, so it provides evidence of human rights violations, which I think is incredibly powerful because a lot of groups historically that have been marginalized or that are in difficult situations, the evidence isn't necessarily there to support these claims. So I think in that realm it's meaningful.
I really hope that through this program we can make actual impact on people in those scenarios. We may not be there ourselves, but from where we sit, we are able to demand for accountability. And the least really is for these governments to acknowledge the wrongs they have done and rectify them. and also put in place structures and legislation that does not allow for recurrence of such human wrongs.